Welcome back to another historical tea time. I missed y'all and we back at it again. It's your girl 7 Soldier. How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? How y'all week been? Y'all miss me? One of the main conversations that we got into in the last historical tea time was why do Africans and African Americans surrender their culture, right? And it got into many conversations that I'm definitely going to go over, but there's one conversation in particular that I want to talk about because I named in the last video that there is something that I think is the root cause of a lot of the issues that we see within our community when it comes to our culture and our identity, and that is Eurocentric cultural thought and the way that it functions within us as a colonized, peoples, right? And what that looks like and how that shows up. I seen this sister on TikTok and she was like, yeah, colonization, they big one on us. I really believe that, and I was getting so irritated because I was having some thoughts surrounding identity and how we identify too much with our nations, our individual nations, that cause us to be divided more than we identify with ourselves as Africana people, indigenous people, African people from these particular countries and areas. And it's bothersome, and it bothers me because I see the ways that tends to alienate us from each other. So I named Eurocentric cultural thought, but I also want to name some more specific themes and ways in which it actually plays out in our consciousness within culture and the way we interact with each other. I'm using Yorugu by Marimba Annie as like a lead text. I don't have the book with me, but if you look it up, it's a beautiful book, dope book, thick book, expensive. It's borrowed. And it's literally a African-centered critique of Eurocentric cultural thought that's beautifully mapped out, okay? She brings to the forefront an analysis for the reader, pinnacles of European intellectual history. Who are some of these people that we hear about? Specifically, Plato. I don't know if you all are, familiar with European philosophy. Pretty sure you heard Plato, Socrates. You heard about it. And the main thing that she found was this theory of fragmentation, where essentially they look at anyone that is in a slight difference to them or of them, they are an enemy. You are just slightly different from me. You are now my enemy.